Hey gang, I'm here with 5 tips to help you get the maximum life out of your really expensive paddle. Good paddles nowadays cost $100, $200, $300 or more dollars. And so you'd really like to get as much life out of yours as you can. Let's look at 5 ways to get the maximum life out of your brand new paddle. Tip number 1, don't throw your paddle. You wouldn't take $300 and just throw it on the ground and walk away. But I see a lot of players that get so angry that they wind up throwing their paddle. Now these carbon fiber faces are really strong, but they're also really brittle. And so it's easy to chip or crack it. And once you crack part of it, that's it for the life of the paddle. You've got a dead spot, you're not going to be able to recover. So find another way to express your anger and don't throw your paddle. Tip number 2, sweat is really corrosive. Now, unless you're a really heavy sweater and it's dripping onto the face of the paddle, that's not a concern. But on the handle and all of the adhesive that holds this on, you want to really make sure that you don't have that buildup. So one of the best things you can do is really something you cannot do. Don't put your paddle away as soon as you're done playing. Put it in a sealed bag like that. Now whatever's on that paddle is sealed inside here and gets to fester and germinate. So if you can, leave your paddle out, put it in the trunk of your car, put it in an open bag, and let that handle dry out first before you go and put it away. The next thing you can do to extend the life of your paddle is you can use an overgrip. I bought 6 of these on Amazon for about 12 bucks, so $2 a piece. It's just the thin tape, comes in lots of colors and patterns, there's all kind of manufacturers. And then the overgrip just wraps around the existing grip on the paddle. The beauty of that is when this one gets dirty, or it gets all gunky, all you do is take it off and put a new one on, and for $2 you have a brand new fix. It's also made of some grippy material, so it'll give you a better handle on the paddle. An overgrip may not work for you if you have small hands, because it does add to the circumference, the thickness of the grip. So if you have really small hands and you want to extend the life of your grip, you're probably going to want to just change the entire grip, take the original one off, and then put a new one on at the time that it wears out. The next tip to extend the life of your paddle is keep the face clean, and this will also keep it playing better. These raw 3K carbon faces have grit kind of baked into them. So get yourself a paddle eraser. This one's by AMA Sport. And all you really need to do is at the end of your session or before you go out and play the next time, use that eraser and it gets all that ball dust out of there. And that allows that grit to stand out and grasp the ball when you want to hit with spin. And as the balls get older and older, you'll see they get kind of fuzzy. They have that feel to them, and that ball dust gets caught in the carbon fiber. You can even see it a lot of times when the paddle has got kind of a yellowish tint to it. So inexpensive, $5 for a paddle eraser. Keep the face of the paddle clean and keep as much spin as you want on the ball. The next thing you can do to extend the life of your paddle is to protect the edge guard. Now, you might be able to see on this one that I've got wear from here across the top to about here, so about an inch down on either side. And at some point, if I continue to scrape that up against the ground, it's going to fray or it's going to crack. And so what I can do is I can get an edge tape. An edge tape is specifically designed for pickleball paddles, and what it does is it wraps the edge with tape that will take that impact, which you can remove and replace at any point in the future. So this one's by AMA, cool colors. And with edge tape, you can either cover the entire perimeter of the paddle, and that's mostly for looks because it's not very likely you're going to be scraping the edges of the paddle here. But if you want the cool factor, then go wire to wire with it. Or if you want, and you can get more life, this is 2 separate edge tapes here, but I can probably cover at least 4 and maybe 6 paddles if I'm just covering the area of the paddle where I would make contact with the ground. So that's another really inexpensive way, not only to jazz up the look of your paddle along with an overgrip, but also to protect it. If you give your paddle a little love and care at the end of each pickleball session, you'll find that it'll last longer, play better, and you'll feel better about it. So you made that investment, you might as well protect it with these tips. If you like what you see, please hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you next time on Think This.